I definitely did not just wake up, but we got a meeting today with an agency, and so I'm gonna have you guys listen in. Morning. Let's get that 100K MRR. Okay, so I'm about to start the call, but I'm just checking in on last night's updated number of users, and we've got 4 more users since last night. Meeting's gonna start. Hello.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. My bad. I was just trying to figure out. I just got some more users on the platform, so just looking at the admin stuff. But how are you?
I'm good, man. Is it Basil? Basil? How do you?
Yeah, it's Basil.
Hi, I have my
Yeah.
first.
So yeah, I have 243,000 likes, 2.3 million views. So if you want to ask it to give you like an export report, or like I'm sure agencies they do like like they do competitor reports or something like that.
Yeah.
And
I
involves
want to take this and make it. Here's what you need to look at. Absolutely.
Yeah. So you can request those details that you want, and then just say like, here, generate me a report in PDF or an empty file, and then it'll just be like, okay, cool, here, take it.
So this will pull anybody who's running paid media on this platform right now, and eventually it'll grow. You can analyze. That's fucking sick, dude. Super
Yeah.
cool.
We got another customer. Good morning. And doing deals in the morning is nice. So I'm gonna go have breakfast now. But your boy just got another customer to use it. And I was like mad impressed with like the performance of the platform. Cause like I was like, dang, like I did that. I did do that. So just like you guys heard, we have a happy customer now onboarded onto the platform. Number 3. I'm gonna go get breakfast and we'll do a debrief today. And I want to show you guys some things. I'm gonna be giving you some alpha today, so stay tuned. All right, good morning. So we've made it out now. It's nice to work with a view. All right, so today I want to do a little special update because yesterday I gave you guys the update on where we're at with the users. I showed you that I'm making some changes on the UI UX. I'm doing a lot of bug fixing. I had a call this morning with an agency that now you guys know what happened. We secured another client. And then I went to have breakfast, came back, and then I got another client. And this was funny because this client had converted into a free trial from a free trial that he'd sign up. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who this customer is. So now we're sitting with 4 customers on the platform. Great news. So this is like now validation for me that this works. By the way, shout out Chan from China. Thanks for buying it. I hope you like the product. I'll get in contact with you to find out how I can even make it better. Now, what happened then? Now all of a sudden I'm seeing some of these conversions I'm gonna share. The platform it's changed from its original MVP from just being a chat interface. What do I mean? After speaking to some agencies, people want to do more than just chat. They want to also see all the different creatives, feel deeper, like the product needed to feel more deep. And they don't want to play with something that is just an MVP that looks like it's AI slop. So one way to tackle that was build a UI UX that does not look like AI slop. And I used Google Stitch to do that. So I'm going to show you how I use Google Stitch to build an entirely new UI UX for the platform that doesn't feel like AI slop. So stay tuned for that. The entire flow of how I use Google Stitch to stop looking like AI slop, all right? Hi guys, welcome. So this is AdWhispr. This is the no-code SaaS tool that I had built. This is essentially anything. It's like the meta ads library on crack with Instagram and TikTok. It just pulls every single data from any brand or influencer that you ever search up. It takes all of their data and it translates it into natural language. What I mean is you can chat like in a natural chat interface and it will communicate with you. For example, here we're talking to Cal AI. We're asking it to show us its best performing ads, and it goes ahead and pulls that based on longevity, based on spend, based on conversions. So very simply, you get to come on the platform, you get to spy on anybody's content, right? So just to show you guys what I've been doing over the last week to perfect the product, where it has retention. So I want to show you guys now all of the work that I've been doing over the course of the last week, after the calls, doing some feedback, and what I'm doing to make my platform, most importantly, not look like AI slop. So that's essentially what AdWhispr is. Now, if you notice, at first glance, you'd be like, this was built with AI? How come? It doesn't look like those typical AI slop websites with those weird icons and whatever. So let's just go into the application now and just show you guys. This is now the dashboard where you get to come and communicate. You can see the list of brands that you're already talking to or any accounts, that you're spying on, getting all of the details of how they're running their content. You click add a brand, you search up, anything that you want. Apple will find Apple for you, and you can go ahead and start spying on it. You want like King Shot, the video game, right? It will find it and you can go ahead and start spying on it. So you come into the chat, let's say we're going to price picks, and we get price picks, like show me your best performing ads price picks, and it will pull all of that information and give it to you. Why? Because if it means that this is their best performing ads, that means it converts the most. And if it converts the most, what does that mean? It's a winning creative. If it's a winning creative, what does that mean? It means you should copy it, and you should take advantage of that and go ahead and copy it for your own business, right? You can go into the view creative section at the top right. You'll see all of the content that they're paying money to advertise. It doesn't look like AI Slop, guys. You want to check out their Instagram, what's their top content? You can see it here. See, they did one with Drewski. Right? See here, Drewski's warming up. It tells you how many views, how many likes. This is not AI Slop content here that's being built. So, now, other thing is you have the Explore page. None of this stuff looked like AI Slop. None of it. How did I build a non-AI Slop looking website using no code? So, without further ado, I'm going to show you guys, all right? Something called Stitch. I'm going to show you the entire workflow of how I go ahead and built AdWhispr's UI UX using Google Stitch, all right? And you're going to use Google Stitch and Claude because you're not the best prompter. Claude is the best prompter. You need to use an LLM, something that is smarter than you, to know how to prompt and produce the best output, right? So output is essentially anything that you, input is essentially anything that you put into the LLM is what it gives you output. The same quality. If you give it like a low quality input, you're going to get low quality output. So I will be showing you all this stuff. Now I created all the different pages. I'm going to show you where I started and how I ended up. Google Stitch is free from Google, and I think it's the best UI UX, designing platform out there. So I had initially, this is where I start with like a V0. This is what ad chat is. I was testing it out. Like, can you show me what you can do? And initially it's, if you give it low quality input, it gives you low quality output, as you can see. Like this is like every other AI Slop, right? Then we started experimenting with different colors. And the first thing you should always do, skip all of this stuff. The first thing you should always do is start with your logo. So we went ahead and we started bouncing around ideas. So I made a prompt for this where I went to Claude and I said, hey, Claude, I'm designing a new brand for AdWhispr, my advertising, so on, advertising marketing platform. And I want to create a logo that is fitting to businesses and in the B2B space and in the marketing space. So then you put that in there, it provides you a prompt, right? So it'll be like, give me a prompt to create a brand asset for the logo AdWhispr on Google Stitch. You do this, it will give you a prompt. You take that prompt and you stick it into here, okay? With the name of your brand, AdWhispr. Then it starts spitting you out different ideas. You don't like any of them, then you take one rendition or you just click on it, all right? You just click on it and then you ask it to generate 5 more variations, right? You just click on it, how many variations do you want? You're gonna go up to 5 variations and then it'll create you different variations. So we kept doing this until I found one that was suitable, in my opinion, which was this one. So, right, it built now my brand identity and UI style guide. Here it is, all of this, my colors, what schemes, what buttons, what fonts, what all of this stuff is, right? So now that I have guidelines, then I take the UI UX MVP pages that I had on AdWhispr, and as you can tell, I would literally screenshot them and put them in here, okay? And then I would go to Claude. I would actually put the screenshot of my exact MVP image that Claude had built. I'll put that in here. And I would say, hey, this is, for example, the dashboard page. I want you now to create me a prompt to put into Google Stitch using my new brand assets, which it would also have here Claude. So I'll paste those in there too. Give me a prompt so I can give it to Google Stitch to recreate it. And what do you think? So I asked Claude, like, create it and optimize it for the best experience for users. It needs to be modern and so on and so forth for marketing and B2B. It gives me a prompt, right? And it provides me this. So if you can look at here, it's like, I need to redesign the chat wizard page for AdWhispr, competitive ad intelligence. This is the core page where users. So this is a prompt that I had literally pulled from Claude. See, it tells me layout, chat page has 3 zones, zone 1, brand. It's being very precise. It's giving it rules. It's giving it the sizes. It's giving it, where it wants to view creatives. It's giving out every single component, where every component needs to be. This is very difficult for you yourself to just sit there and come up with. So if you just provide all of this work to Claude to give you that right prompt, you'll always come out with, near perfect outputs. So if you don't even like it, you can click on it and then you just say, generate me 3 other variations, and then it'll go ahead and spit one out. Now, when you like one, you click on it, you click on the page that you like, okay? You click export, code to clipboard, and you just click copy. So when you take this copy, then you go to Claude Code, and then you say, hey, I want you to edit the chat phase, the chat page, so in my case, the chat page, and then I would copy paste the entire code using these components. Enter. And then within 3 minutes, this is entirely on your own website. So I had to extract every single web page and go ahead through going first through Claude, getting the prompt. Second, adding the screenshot in here as well, and the prompt that I got from Claude with the brand assets that I had created through Google Stitch. So I would connect both of those for every individual page, and then I would ask it to create those pages, right? So, for example, that was the chat page, right? I didn't like this one, so I made some variations, and we went ahead and we stuck with this one as the creatives page, and then it showed us this is the lists page if you want to make it into table, and I implemented the same thing, right? Over and over again. Then we went ahead and we wanted to create different chats. Okay, so that was different chats. We wanted to find a new dashboard. This was the initial dashboard that we had, right? We went ahead and recreated it into something that looks like what you see now, right? Tells you weekly digest. Then why am I doing this? When I have a user who's coming onto the platform, this is what you guys have to think. When you have a user that's coming onto the platform, they need to feel like they have 100 features that they can go ahead and start playing with. Why? Because then they feel like this product is worth the money. Then they feel like there's so much value here for the price that this guy is charging for this product and what it's charging and what it provides in terms of value. I need to use every part of it now. Now, I'm not going to tell you in this video how you get people to convert. What are the sales tactics you can do in terms of pricing, in terms of where you lock certain parts of your features so that you can get free trial members to just kind of skip the free trial and just give you their money and pay an upgrade, and so they can upsell them into the program and into the subscriptions. But we'll leave that for the next video. So I just literally did this for every single page in here, right? All of this. It even suggested me, for example, new details like write scripts. So now somebody can just go ahead and write a script immediately from here, create a brief, right? All of these export reports, right? So these are pro features. So these are things that if you're a user, you have to pay to take advantage of, right? But it's that psychology that you're getting on a user on the platform, and he feels like he's only using the platform with handcuffs, and he wants to let go. He wants to let it free. So that's literally what we did over the last week. And so since then, we've had another customer just today from the agency. And then we had another customer come from commenting on some Twitter posts. So those still are bringing us leads. And now we're at 66. Because yesterday's video, I said I had 60. We got 6 more. So I'm going to keep pushing. And I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm going to give you guys the secrets for how market psychology, trying to get people to convert.